Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Busey, your dream, our promise. Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette. And today I'm joined by three local nonprofits, 1871, Summer Place Theater, and DuPage Medical Group Charitable Fund. You're watching Spotlight, and joining me now from 1871 is their CEO, Betsy Ziegler. Betsy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Really excited to talk to you. I'm a fan of mergers and acquisitions. I always think that we get better, newer strength that comes out of those partnerships. And 1871, who's located in Chicago, has recently got together with hub88 here in Naperville. Give us a little bit about the background on how that came to be.
Sure. Yeah, it's exciting, and I too love mergers and acquisitions. If you're trying to help more people have greater impact, which in this case is, I think, the storyline. So many of you know the hub88 organization, born in 2017 and operating in Naperville, right there off of Naperville Road, exit off of I-88, focused on supporting entrepreneurs, innovators, builders in the western suburbs, which is a tremendous mission, akin to the mission of 1871, based in Chicago, as you mentioned, where we have hundreds of people convening and building and growing and solving important problems. And the board and the team at hub88, all volunteer driven, just a tremendous group of people, approached me in early fall and said, hey, we're at this tipping point. Do we try to grow and become a full professionally staffed nonprofit like you are, or do we combine forces and see if we're better together? And through many months of discussions, we ended up pursuing the latter path, and super excited about it.
Yeah, I love that. Better together. That's a great motto there, Betsy. Talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to as you kind of come together, and I assume that the mission's very much in alignment. What are you most excited about?
Yeah, so the missions are very well aligned, and our size, and 1871 size and scale, is bigger because we've been around for 9 years, right? It was 3 times as long. It's a completely different frame of reference. I think the things that I'm most excited about this are the deeply technical focus of hub88 and their board and their advisory board. They've got this tremendous series that many of you have probably tapped into, that's on tech trends that they tackle one a month, right? Just phenomenal. I'm really excited about connecting that to the now bigger community. I'm also really excited about taking the community that's been engaging at hub88 and showing them everything that 1871 can support them on, and our structured curriculum, our set of events, right? This language we've been using is the power of and. How do we take this and add it to this, and combined we're better? I mentioned better together a second ago, but it's that theme of there's newness in both places that we can expose both communities to, such that we can become one larger community representing the Chicagoland area, DuPage County, the western suburbs, in an effort to launch more businesses, which create more jobs.
Yeah, and ultimately you're creating that larger network, right? That larger geographic footprint, and bringing people with different levels of expertise that just maybe happen to live geographically in different places, right?
Right, and exactly. And with the past year that we've all lived through, we know that you can engage in a distributed fashion. And so this idea that there might be awesome things happening in Naperville that I live in Evanston, right? That's a tough commute to do every single day, but I can plug in virtually. Or if I live in Naperville and it's tough for me to get downtown Chicago, same thing. Like, how do we also, with all these great programmatic and event-based assets, attach technology to it such that it doesn't matter where you are you should be able to plug in this tremendous community.
Well, and you sort of talked about that a little bit with the two spaces, because, obviously we've seen a lot in the last 14 months in terms of co-working spaces, right? And, the whole workforce has realized that, gosh, maybe we don't all have to be physically located in the same place at the same time. How is that going to be impacting your work, Betsy?
Yeah, it's a super interesting question. I don't know if I have perfect answers for it. I can give you some of our hypotheses. So we are a believer that the office is still a place that people will come to. We just don't think that people are going to come all the time. So I think most people will be in some of the time. And I say that for my own team, as well as the community that convenes at the hub88 location or at the downtown 1871 location. Bigger organizations are reimagining their footprints, and their footprints might shrink a little such that they feel like, well, hey, we can now fit inside of the structure that's 1871, and we want to be part of that vibe. We want to be part of that energy, that culture. That would be amazing. We offer tremendous flexibility for people. So I think the co-working spaces in general will be a net winner. 1871 and hub88 are, yes, we have shared space environments, but we also have all these ands. Right, and the mentorship, and the network, and the curriculum, and the events, and the introductions, and all those pieces. So I think it'll be a net gain for organizations like ours.
Okay. And, obviously in this last year, certain businesses have really taken off. Who really knew about Zoom before the pandemic? I'm just going to say, right. I might, and other businesses, it's been a real struggle. What do you see, Betsy? I mean, you're really in the startup business space with those little entrepreneurs. What do you see currently?
Yeah, so like you said, there are some that this has been a boon for and some that it's been a real set of obstacles. What I'll say overall as an overarching comment about entrepreneurs and people who are builders, they see these constraints as opportunities to get better, solve the problem better. They see it as opportunity. And so no matter what, like if we, I hope this isn't true, but if we ever have to live through a year like we've had this year, I want to again be surrounded by these kinds of people, because their focus, their passion, their, what can we become versus how bad it can get is kind of the tone. So in general, that's the theme that I've seen. The companies that have really struggled have most of them have pivoted and found a different way to take what they built and solve a different problem with it. Yeah. Right. Or pair up with somebody else where they're bringing something to the table that this other company didn't have or other founder didn't have, and together they can solve this problem, a different kind of problem in a different kind of way. And so I'm very bullish on the entrepreneurs building through this crisis. I think in 5, 6, 7 years, we'll look back at this time frame and say, well, yeah, of course they're the biggest companies. They were the ones that were born during COVID. Nice. Yep. I hope that will be true, because it'll be good for all of us if that will be true. As we close out here, Betsy, if you were to kind of sort of one thing that you would say as far as 1871 and hub88 really, being part of the Chicagoland recovery, what's going to be the key to that? What would you say to people? So innovation and entrepreneurship are going to be key to the recovery. If the startup engine is broken, the job creation engine is broken, full stop. If you are out there building and you're feeling like you're on your own, there is a community that you can connect to. Please reach out. You can reach out at the hub88 website at hub88.org or the 1871 website at 1871.com. We are here to help you. We are here to welcome you to the community and help you get your business growing and accelerating and scaling and hopefully employing lots of people. That's wonderful. Well, thank you. I am so delighted. We appreciate you coming by, and we're excited to, see where this whole partnership takes us in the next year and into the future. So thanks for coming by, Betsy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. And if you're interested in learning more about 1871 and the work they're doing with hub88, please go and visit their websites. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.